You have to be a good individual first before you can be a good team player. I know for a fact how bad Hell Week is. I went through it a couple times. It's probably the most brutal military training anybody can go through. So everybody to my left and everybody to my right, they've been through this. So I know mentally, these individuals are extremely hard. And when stuff gets bad and, in any situation, I know these guys have my back.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Wolfpack, this is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract. Take it on.
Here on a team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's coming together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. But what's Zach's? I can't remember his last name. Who is at Stanwood? What's his last name? That's okay. Because I know, and I'm like, I was thinking of it earlier. It might be. Are we here? We're back. Okay. Todd, you got to cue me with your voice there. Okay, very good. We're talking about getting started here as Tall Tom Lafferty is in the building, and we're talking about history of Wesco there, and we get ready for the start of game number 2 as it is the Ferndale Golden Eagles against the Stanwood Spartans here on STSPN.com. I'm Mark Ockett, along with Todd Elvig and Tom Lafferty, as well as Sarah Elvig, bringing you the action. And we are really happy to be bringing you the action here on STSPN.com as the first game went in favor of the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks. They beat Arlington, and now we're getting set for game number 2 as it will be Ferndale out of the Northwest 3A against Stanwood out of Wesco 3A. This is semifinal game number 2, and the winner will play against Mount Lake Terrace on Saturday. We'll break more of that down as we go along, but it's starters time. So let's look at it for the Ferndale Golden Eagles up near the Canadian border there. They will start with Mark Schlichting. He is a senior forward. Also starting is Connor Walker. Walker is a sophomore forward. Jason Guillory starts for the Golden Eagles. He is a senior guard, as well as Luke Wells. Wells is a senior guard, and Bishop Utsi, a sophomore guard. I just simply like that name, Bishop Utsi. That's a cool name. Also, their head coach, Jason Owens, he is in his 8th season as head coach for Ferndale. Here's the starting lineup for the Stanwood Spartans under first-year head coach Josh Thayer. His brother, Owen Thayer, will start as a 5'9" junior point guard. Also, John Floyd starts as a 6'3" sophomore guard. Also starting the lineup for Stanwood will be Mac Hepper. He is a 6'4" senior guard. Caden McLaughlin, a 6'7" guard forward. He is a senior. And Colton Bartram Scott, a 6'5" forward center. He is a senior. And that is the 5 for them. And the Ferndale Golden Eagles, they're also coming out right now as our officials for this game. What a great crew we have. Tony Cherlin, Rod Marr, and Dave Zylstra. A lot of veteran experience there between all of those guys as we are getting set for game number 2. And a lot of people here, not quite as many as there were for the first game, but still a good crowd on hand here at Everett Community College. This is the Walt Price Fitness Center, and again, opened up 11 years ago in 2011. They've added some new touches over the past couple of years since we were last in here, but man, this place just looks fantastic as they just continue to find ways to enhance the great original construction of this building. And they actually have parts of this building on the end zones areas there. The wood in there is from the original Everett Community College gym that they played at for a long, long time. So there's a lot of history here, and it's so cool that they do that. They did that over at Snohomish, they did that at Everett, and a lot of schools are doing that these days. When they build their new facilities, they're taking and recycling the products. It's a very green effort. And here we go. So Ferndale comes in 11-10, and they are Northwest 3A. They in conference play 9-7. RPI is at 28. Again, Garfield number 1, Auburn, and then Rainier Beach. And for Stanwood, they come in Wesco 10-3, 14-5 overall, and they are at 18 in the RPI. We had 7-8 with Mount Lake Terrace and Arlington in the first game, and that you start getting closer to the start of the state playoffs, which is just around the corner. And you see how the seeding goes for that RPI. Okay, here we go. Ferndale is in the blue with gold as their cover scheme, and the big gold numbers and letters on the uniform as they miss on the first trip down. That one's going to go into front court. Stanwood in the whites. There's a beautiful shot. That is Caden McLaughlin connecting for 3 points. He averages 10 points per game, and Stanwood is on the scoreboard 3-0. Now in that first game, Arlington got off to a huge 15-4 lead, and Mount Lake Terrace just kept coming back, pounding on them until they were able to take the lead in the second half and then pull away to a degree. Then Arlington closed the gap. Here we go now as Stanwood into front court. That's just off the side there. Good effort on the rebound. No foul. Colton Bartram Scott getting the second effort that time. There was some contact. Perfect shot on the other end by Mark Schlichting. Tied at 3. Again, you get to this point in time, these teams have played a lot of successful matchups with teams in their conference and to get started in the tournament. So they are pretty fine-tuned. That is from the other side. Owen Thayer buries a three-pointer. It is 6-3. But Arlington having a tough time. Wesco number 1 going down in that first game. Mount Lake Terrace also having a great season, and they come up with the victory. Arlington had won the first time around. As Ferndale now in front court. A lot of great basketball talent coming out of there. Jake Locker, a football player, he may have played basketball too at Ferndale, but of course the star with the Huskies as their quarterback. There is a shot inside. It was a good job to find him too. Connor Walker averages 8 points per game, and he gets Ferndale within 1 coming up on a couple of minutes into the first quarter here at the Walt Price Fitness Center. We are up above, opposite the scorer's table, and right up on the running track here. This is got all kinds of usages, and there's the treadmills down below. Perfect entry pass, and that is Colton. There's the treadmills down below. A great pass into him. 3-point lead. 5:38 to go. First quarter action. So it was in the first game, it was 12-2 around this point in time. This one a little more even balance. There's a foul, no doubt about that. John Floyd is going to be called for the foul, and that will be his first foul. Team foul number 1 on either team. So here we go at the foul line. Damian Toney. Toney coming off a game where he did really well in rebounding and averages a total of 17 points a game. That shot is good. So it's 8-7 as they close the gap with a couple of made foul shots. First trip to the line for either team. And Stanwood working it out of backcourt, handling the basketball. Mac Hepper, he's a 10-point per game average player, a senior. Outside the arc, that one looked short and landed short. Great effort down low by Bartram Scott. He's been down there a couple of times, hasn't connected on those follow-ups, but at the same time, he's been getting good position. And at some point, those might very well fall. That is going to be out of bounds. So Josh Thayer, the head coach with Stanwood, graduated from Stanwood in 2014. So a young guy, just out of high school, 8 years. That means he's about 26 years old. That's a great way to get started in the early years of your career. Good ball movement around the perimeter. You like to see that passing. Yep, count it. That is Connor Walker now with 4 points in the game. And that's going to be team foul number 2. Mac Hepper is called for the foul, his first. And at the foul line trying to complete the three-point play is Connor Walker. That one rattles in there. Ferndale is 3 for 3 from the foul line, and they are up 10-8. Getting on top as it's been tied a couple of times. Here's a shot, and that's going to make out from the far side. Nailing it for 2 points will be John Floyd. Tied at 10. Oh, almost out of bounds. Bounce pass down low inside. Good ball movement or dribbling down there. That's going to be an offensive foul, though, as he ended up just going too hard into the opponent. Team foul number 1 against Ferndale, and that one is called against Damian Toney. Substitution for Stanwood coming in across the way for the Spartans is Brant Gilbertson. Gilbertson is a senior. Stanwood on their roster has a total of 7 seniors. They are not a super young team. Got a couple of sophomores on the roster, as well as 2 juniors. 10-10 score, 4:02 to go in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us on STSPN.com. Oh, that was almost thrown out of bounds, a little bit high, up and out of there. Ferndale getting the rebound, getting it pulled down is Jason Guillory. That's Jazen. He averages 13 points per contest. Underneath, that was great ball movement. Toney gets it done, and we got a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout called by Stanwood. They're down 12-10, 3:40 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more. This is STSPN.com.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back to action. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. I'm Mark Ockett with Tom Lafferty, Todd Elvig, and Sarah Elvig. She actually attends Everett Community College in her second year, and so she's very familiar with these digs here. Stanwood down by 2 points from the far side. That's going to rim out of there. They were up 3-0 early, and it's been a 3-point lead a little while ago at 8-5. So they've had that a couple of times. Ferndale, good job getting the rebound after that wide open out there. Well, he got a little hand in his face at the end. Oh, touched the net, didn't touch the rim, so no goaltending. That was awfully close. If he had a little more vertical, he might have been able to, or been called for the goaltending. 3:08 to go in the first quarter, and a 2-point lead for the Ferndale Golden Eagles. They like the way this is starting, and these teams are matching up early on. Going to keep the energy level very high here in the Walt Price Fitness Center main court. Oh, that's just rifled right over there. A couple of turnovers for Stanwood and one for Ferndale. In front court now, Ferndale working it up high. They can take a little time off the clock and look for the shot that they want right here. Stanwood kind of missed out of position there, and it hurts them. Coming over there was Colton Bartram Scott, and a three-pointer for Luke Wells. Builds it up to a 15-10 lead for Ferndale. That's the biggest lead of the game for either team. So that one's going to go out of bounds. So keep in mind, it was last touch now, as it turns out. I'll get to this first, by Stanwood, and it's going to be Ferndale basketball. But the lead was in favor of Stanwood, 8-5. So they've been outscored 10-2 since that time. They're going to change the call. I kind of wondered about that. They're going to confer. That's a good officiating crew down there with Tony Sherwin, Rod Marr, and Dave DeSilstra. And they overturned the call. Near grab. It's nice, too, especially when you get to this level, that the officials just let them play. Perfect shot by John Floyd. He now has 4 points. 4 of the 12, and exactly 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. As Ferndale's going to motion around, that is Guillory, the senior. Rifles one down by the baseline. Good shut off. Yeah, a little frustration. That's great defense played by Bartram Scott. And in it goes. That's 3 points. Luke Wells has 6 points, 2 3-pointers, and it's an 18-12 lead. 6-point lead. Biggest lead of the game. Steal and 2 right there. Steal by Luke Wells, basket by Guillory. Now it's up to a 8-point lead at 20-12. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Stanwood's going to sub in a couple of players as they'll lose the basketball. Third turnover. Ferndale really trying to put a capper on it here in this first quarter with the 8-point lead. Can stretch it to double figures. That's good. Walker now has 7 points. That's Connor Walker. And a 10-point lead at 22-12. Ferndale, Pesky, number 7 seed. That's short and rebounded by Mark Schlichting down there. And here comes Ferndale, just going to take their time. There's 22 on the shot clock, but on the quarter clock, it's about a differential of about 8 seconds. Just taking and being patient. That's kind of what's helped him out with the half-court set. There is a very close miss. He had an excellent move going in, but couldn't get it to drop. Out between the circles, taking a little time. Shot clock is dead. Working for the one shot. There's some pushing. And that's going to be a foul against Luke Wells, I do believe. That would be his first foul. And just team foul number 2. Each team with 2 team fouls. Stanwood is subbing in. It's going to be Max Mayo and Caden McLaughlin. One wants to naturally say McLaughlin, but it's McLaughlin. Stanwood with the basketball. Got to make some offensive foul. Mayo getting a little bit too physical down there, and that's going to be his first foul. Team foul number 3. Down to 2.5 seconds, and Ferndale's got to bring it out of backcourt, not all the way down. There you go with a pass to Guillory. Oh! It would have counted had it gone in just off the front of the rim. So we are through 1 quarter of play. Ferndale building up a 10-point lead. They are up 22-12 as we go to the second quarter in the second semifinal of the day, 3A District 1 here on STSPN.com. to 12. You see the score right there. STSPN live sports broadcasting, and we are having a great time here. That picture is so crisp. Yeah, as Todd would say, it's 4K. Did you upgrade that this year? Something new, and it is perfect. Got our own smart TVs up here. All right, it is a 10-point lead for Ferndale. Shooting-wise, Stanwood 5 for 10 in the first quarter. Ferndale 6 for 10, so 50% compared to 60%. Thank you to Tom for that information right there. So we got the fresh 8 as it's clicking down here in the second quarter. A little too far on that one. Strong attempt at the rebound by Damian Toney. And there will be a foul called. That's going to be a loose ball over the back foul. Foul called on Brant Gilbertson, his first. 4th team foul. 2 team fouls for Ferndale. Again, Jason Owens, their head coach in his 8th year, and Josh Thayer, first-year coach for Stanwood. From the far side, over on the right side there's going to be a miss. And coming the other direction, Stanwood, great, moving the ball around. He maybe quite wasn't ready for it, but then Floyd is able to recoil and make the basket, 22-14. Floyd now with 6 points. He is the leading scorer for the Spartans. Owen Thayer has 3, Caden McLaughlin has 3, and Colton Bartran Scott has 2. On the other side, 3 points for Mark Schlichting, 7 for Connor Walker, 2 for Jason Guillory, 6 on 2 3-pointers for Luke Wells, and Damian Toney with a total of 4. It's going to go back to Stanwood. Now, you know Stanwood's hungry, down by 10 points at the end of the first quarter, and now they're trying to turn it up and get themselves closer in this game, much like Mount Lake Terrace did in that first game when they were down by 11 points. And then they just kept creeping into it, went on a great run, and were able to get it to halftime just down by 1 point, and then came away with a great victory. All right, it is going to be Ferndale again doing a good job with the half-court set, taking their time, very patient, not just trying to cram it down there right away, but instead looking for the right shot, working for it. And you've only got 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to pop it up there. Oh, just off to the left side, actually full air ball over on the left side. And that is a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim. 5:55 to go in the second quarter. Looking down below, Stanwood's got a decent contingent down there with their cheerleaders on the right of your screen, and then the Ferndale fans, student body, over on the left side. I don't see any cheerleaders down there, though, for them. Is Stanwood with the basketball. Oh, just slides off to the side, knocked around. I think that's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Ferndale. Mark Schlichting, just off him. He had a 3-pointer in that first quarter. Guy's cool. Guy got the feather of a golden eagle on the shorts there for Ferndale. And that one's going to rim out of there. So Ferndale now makes their way, breaking quickly out of backcourt. Up by 8 points, and again, they set up in half court, and they set up perfectly. That is going to be Schlichting with his second 3-pointer of the game. He's got 6 points. It's an 11-point lead now at 25-14. Biggest lead of the game for either team, and it's only been a couple of times that Stanwood has led 3-0 and 8-5. Miss on the shot. Oh, great effort, working hard down there. I'll tell you what, Colton Bartram Scott has just been a workhorse underneath, doing whatever he can, getting those rebounds and trying at least. He hasn't been able to capitalize, but he's been trying very hard to get those follow-up putback shots. Stanwood with the basketball, bounce pass. That was a quick pass, but there wasn't any place to shoot down there. 4:53 to go here in the second quarter. And Stanwood taking a little bit more time. You don't have to rush it. Work for the right shot. Over on the far side, he's open to start with. That comes off the rim too hard. And you had 3 Golden Eagles down there under the basket and come up with the rebound. Off the mark there, that's an air ball. And Stanwood gets it back. So Stanwood getting a couple of opportunities to try to get the deficit to single digits. Strong defense by Ferndale as they come out and trap on him there briefly. That's a tough shot, tough angle, and surprised he didn't hit the backboard on it. We got a full timeout called by Ferndale. 4:18 to go here in the second quarter. It's 25-12 as Ferndale is up by 11 points on STSPN.com. Welcome back to Live Action. We are at the Walt Price Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College. And, well, I tell you, Todd, every time you come around here, you see new building construction for the growth of this great school. They've got WSU Everett right across the street from here. And it looks like they're building another building right next to that one. I'm not sure if it's the WSU department, but it's been neat to see this campus grow over the last 10, 15 years. That one is going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Ferndale. Looking at the turnovers, Stanwood with 4 and Ferndale with 3. And now the Golden Eagles will give it another shot here, up by 11 points. I really enjoying watching Jason Guillory as he's good both outside and inside, handles the ball real well. That's the buzzer going off, but he got the shot clock, or the shot off, before the shot clock went off. So now Stanwood comes back the other way. They've been working hard trying to get past that 14-point marker. Near foul, and Colton Bartram Scott gets it in there. He now has 4 points, his first 2 here in the second quarter. Got his man up in the air, and then it was easy sledding after that. Yeah, there's a foul. That was Bartram Scott right down there, up tight, up close and personal. So the foul will be on him, his first foul. Team foul number 5, and at the foul line is Damian Toney. He is 2 for 2 from the line so far and has a grand total of 4 points. They are now 3 for 4 from the line. Another guy made a shot in the first quarter was Connor Walker. In for Stanwood will be Mac Hepper. Hepper started the game, averages 10 points a game, has not scored as of yet. There's a good one. So now 5 points. Wells is still tied for the lead with Schlichting for 6 points as the leading scorers for Ferndale. In front court, Stanwood trying to make something happen. Nope, not that time. And again, Ferndale, as we're going to have a whistle, Ferndale doing a very good job of getting that presence inside and getting those rebounds. It's going to go the other direction, just simply out of bounds. Last touch by Guillory. And it sits at a 10-point lead, 26-16. And Stanwood just working extremely hard to find a way to pick up some more points. And got to hand it to Ferndale, their defense, and also doing a great job clogging it up inside and forcing Stanwood outside, or just the one guy, Bartram Scott, to try to work. There he is again, working inside, trying to get those boards. Again, he just continues to work hard. He's 6'5". Caden McLaughlin is 6'7", so they have a couple of big ones that have been out there in the lineup for a lot of this game. In fact, they're both out there right now. Ferndale again posting up high, and running the offense is Guillory. Then he comes inside. It's really fun to watch because he's a very buff, and missed shot once, a second time's not going to be a miss. That's Toney who comes through. He's got 7 points. Now tied with Connor Walker for the team lead with 7 points, and then there's the 2 with 6 each. So Stanwood with the basketball, near steal. Well, you got some spacing out there, and there it is. That's going to be a 3-pointer, and it is Max Mayo connecting. 28-19, so they're able to get it into single digits, but still, Ferndale has been in very much in command here in this first half. Head fake. But a lot of times you don't see a guy who handles the ball as much as Guillory out like that and then come inside and essentially play your center position. He loses at that time. Trying a little bit too much one-on-one, and it's going to go back to Stanwood. Coming up on closing in on a minute to go here in the second quarter. That's a nice looking drive. Max Mayo, and you got to do that kind of thing. Just try different things. If you see a seam, if you see an opportunity, and there was one, just take it in. And the biggest thing is make sure to finish on the close. That's the big one. Oh my. As Stanwood forces a turnover, they get it going in, and a one-handed slam for Mac Hepper. There's his first 2 points, and that's a big one. 28-23, so they've closed the gap to 5, and the gym is cranking up. The Stanwood fans straight across the way You can hear him. That'll probably be 3 shots. He was outside the arc. That's not the foul you want to commit out there. So that foul is going to be against Caden McLaughlin. His second foul and team foul number 6. 2 shots, make that 3 shots coming up at the foul line is Schlichting. There's 1. So he's hit 2 3-pointers and was attempting another one and getting fouled, and then as it turns out, he could get the equivalent of making a 3-pointer if he hits all 3 of these foul shots. Nope. The NWAC tournament will be here next month as we have a substitution, and in for Stanwood is John Floyd, and Todd will be all over that again. It's nice to have it back here.
I get PTSD from that because that's 30 games in 6 days.
It is a lot of activity here. There's a shot. It is good. Missed the middle one. 8 points now. 7-point lead for Ferndale. Stanwood trying to close it a little bit tighter. 5-second differential on the quarter and shooting clock. 19 on the shot clock. Backing up a little bit will be Max Mayo. Mayo with the one-handed dribble cross between his legs now. Got to start thinking about something here. There is 8 seconds on the shot clock. Left-handed shot over on the other side. That is good by John Floyd. Floyd coming through with 3 points that time, and he now has 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. A steal. Going the other way. You better get it in there. Nope, not enough. Not in time. Not in time. He needed to maybe pull up with a jumper before he got to that point, but it is what it is, and it's a 4-point lead for the Ferndale Golden Eagles as the Stanwood Spartans are able to trim things off there, coming through with a strong second quarter on the finish at least, as they were down by a total in that first quarter of 22-12, and now it is 30-26, so they were able to trim 6 points off that deficit, and it is halftime. We'll take a break as well. This is STSPN.com.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's. You
have to be a good individual first before you can be a good team player. I know for a fact how bad Hell Week is. I went through it a couple times. It's probably the most brutal military training anybody can go through. So everybody to my left and everybody to my right, they've been through this. So I know mentally, these individuals are extremely hard. And when stuff gets bad and, in any situation, I know these guys have my back.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Wolfpack, this is Witch Doctor. Request immediate hot extract. Take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Hot summers in Snohomish County lead to homeowners taking steps earlier each year to keep their home comfortable. If you're thinking about air conditioning for your home, now is the perfect time. Air conditioning costs hundreds less when installed with a new furnace. If you're unsure about the age or dependability of your home comfort system, our consultants will help you determine the best solution. Our experienced technicians make sure our customers are comfortable by keeping their heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical systems working well. But we believe comfort is more than that. We want you to have a comfortable buying experience, to be comfortable with our technicians working in your home, and on top of that, getting a value you're comfortable with.
Treadmills down below. Perfect. Yep, count it. And we're just seeing highlights here now from the first half in this game between Stanwood and Ferndale. And it is 30-26 Ferndale leading. They led 22-12 at the end of the first quarter, but then Stanwood came back and outscored them 14-8. Therefore, it's a 4-point game as Ferndale is coming back on the court. Now, Todd, you have highlights from our first matchup with Mount Lake Terrace. We'll get the score after you show the highlights. Their game against Arlington, and boy, it was a barn burner.
Yeah, here, you'll get it. You'll get the whole game in about 2 minutes.
Perfect.
Here you go.
Big jumper from 5 left in the first quarter. No, it's very hard. Gets that. He's going to need to be a big factor tonight. Look at that. 17 for Martin is a game high for
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
I am the beast.
We're back live here at the Walt Price Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College, and it is 30-26. Ferndale leading Stanwood. Tall Tom Lafferty is here with us, and it's great to see him and appreciate him working with some of the stats for us, putting those together, which I'll get to shortly. Tom, you got a lot of fun coming up on Saturday with a couple of games.
Saturday we'll be doing the 2 championship games at 6 o'clock on Saturday here at Everett Community College. It'll be the girls championship for the 3A, and then the boys championship, which will include the teams that are playing tonight, will be playing at 8 o'clock. So boys first, girls second, 6 and 8 o'clock on Saturday. And then also coming up, Amp Harrell will be here on Friday night for the 4A boys and girls championships. So it's a busy place here at the Walt.
That is great, and we love it here at the Walt. And also, you provided me with some great trivia about, was it Mark Schlichting?
Mark Schlichting.
Yes, would you please share that
with us? He is the quarterback for the Ferndale football team. He's also the principal violist in the Ferndale Symphony. And you don't think we wrote that because we saw Ferndale play Marysville-Pilchuck during the regular season.
Okay, that is absolutely, I love that stuff, and you know that. And plus, with your musical tie-in, I just, when you mentioned that earlier, I go, oh man, we got to share that.
Sure.
So here we go. It is Stanwood with the basketball. They're down by 4 points as Ferndale misses on their first crack at the hoop. It's fun. You, Steve Willits, myself, between the three of us, we've been around these parts for a while, and it's really fun to just share information and update things in the generations of players. So that's going to be out of bounds. Okay, here's the halftime information on shooting. Stanwood 11 for 24 from the field, 46%. Ferndale 10 for 18. No foul on that one. That is going to go to Ferndale. So 46% for Stanwood, 56% for Ferndale. That means that Stanwood was 6 for 14 in the second quarter after going 5 for 10 in the first quarter. Ferndale went 4 for 8 in the second quarter after going 6 for 10 in the first quarter. And it's going to be going the other direction now. So Stanwood has the basketball. Now they obviously go from our left to right in the white uniforms. He's open over there. There it is. That's John Floyd. He's got 12 points and has hit 2 3-pointers, 4 in the first quarter in points, 5 in the second quarter, and now he's up to 12 points with that beautiful 3-ball. It's fun to see that left-handed shot. And it also throws off the opposition. They're used to seeing players come at him from the right, but when you come out from the left, that adds a different dynamic to it. And the ball is going to be out of bounds. Ferndale now in their staying, obviously setting on the baseline. Good inbound pass that time. That was perfect. Coming through to Damian Toney, who has 9 points. He takes the team lead in scoring off the inbound pass from Jason Guillory, who's really been a lot of fun to watch. Actually, both those guys have been strong contributors on both ends of the court. Oh, there's a push-off. He got away with that one. He wants to pop it up there again. I know we'll see more shots from John Floyd. Over on the far side from us, and working it around. That's that great ball movement you like to see. And we got a shot clock violation. Rod Marr tapping his head. Again, Tony Churlin, Rod Marr, Dave Zylstra. Just a power trio of officials that we've seen many times through the years. Rod Marr is also a tremendous award-winning photographer. If you look at a lot of captions through the years with the Seattle Times, and truly a great guy. It's always fun to see him. I actually had the privilege of DJing his sister Diana Marr's wedding 22 years ago. It was wild seeing him dressed up and not in the zebra uniform. They're talking things. What do you got going?
I'm thinking that they're thinking maybe the shot got off before the horn went.
I think you're absolutely right, because it didn't. You know,
it was close.
We get so caught up in timing and how things are supposed to feel and such that it kind of felt like that was off when they made the call. So
they called.
they're going to call a foul, as it turns out, and that's going to be on Schlichting, the violist.
Yeah.
First foul, first team foul. Now, that means he's a really good violin player. Is that correct?
Viola's a little larger than the violin.
Okay.
It's the next step up, yeah.
Now, Ferndale's got the ball. That's the first team foul. Now, let's check that. Ferndale with the basketball. So they end up with it and moving into front court. Again, there's a nice soft handoff on the pass, and that's going to be good. Connor Walker connects on it off the pass from Guillory. And just something that stands out about Guillory is he's a very unselfish player. And every time you look down there, he's right where you look. Shot is going to come out like that. He gets the rebound after playing outside high on the arc. So he covers a lot of territory, now brings the ball out of backcourt. I mean, all the guys involved in the action out there, but he's been doing many things right. And then you start looking at, for later on, our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game call. And there's another guy that's really put together a strong effort, Colton Bartram-Scott, who's picked up several rebounds, and both teams with 8 rebounds. There it is from way outside. That was a beautiful shot. Look at this. Yes, sir. Owen Thayer now has 2 3-pointers.
And the foul. And the foul. So it
comes back the other direction. That is going to be his first foul. He is a junior. So, yeah, entering the half, each team with 8 rebounds. Tom, thanks for doing that. Ferndale with the basketball. And it's going to be a foul. Rod Marr it's going to be a foul on the floor. Second team foul against Stanwood. That foul goes against Colton Bartram-Scott, his second. The way he has played out there, 2 fouls isn't too bad because he's been playing smart defense under the basket. Good look, good release, good follow through, but it didn't drop in for a basket. Double team shutting him off, and that is excellent defense by Ferndale. Down on the left side of the basket, they double teamed and forced a turnover, and Stanwood has 6 of them. 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point game, 34-32. Really a long ways to go, which makes it fun and entertaining. And we got more coming up Friday and Saturday. Todd's either going to do 4 or 6 games on Saturday. There is a shot off the glass, John Floyd. 5 in the quarter, 14 in the game. He is the leading scorer for both teams. Timeout has been called. We are tied at 34 apiece. And 4 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter. No foul called.
No, full. It's a full
time. I think it was
yes,
a full timeout.
They're sitting.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Back to live action. We certainly appreciate the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Marine Corps for being involved with sponsorships, and Todd of STSPN running the show. Served 12 years in the Navy. Thank you as always for that. That's going to be a chance for a 3-point play for Jason Guillory. 4 points for him, chance to make it 5, and he has done so many things right. That's going to be Owen Thayer called for his second foul, and team foul number 3. Guillory at the foul line. Rims out of there. That's his first trip to the line. And Stanwood now down again by 2 points. Chance to take the lead with a 3-ball. They trailed 30-26 at the end of the first half and down 22-12 at the end of the first quarter. So they've done a good job of hanging in there and coming back. Way off the mark. Ferndale blasting out of backcourt. And that's going to go out of bounds. Ferndale is part of a basketball hotbed up there near the Canadian border between Bellingham and Vancouver. You've got the Linden schools, Linden Christian, Ferndale, Blaine, all that area. Basketball hoops all over the place around the farms and everything. That's Schlichting coming through with the basket. He's hit 2 3-pointers, 2 foul shots, and now the 2-point basket. He's got 10 points in the game. Stanwood in front court. 4-point lead for Ferndale. That's poked away. Poke checked away if it is hockey. Into front court now, but it's not. It's basketball. Here we go. Owen Thayer driving in. That's a nice looking move. He just laid it too flat off the backside of the rim. And the foul is going to be called against Schlichting. That will be his second foul. Team foul number 2. Going to the foul line is Owen Thayer. He has 6 points. He's hit 2 3-pointers. 1 in the first quarter, 1 here in the third, and misses the first foul shot. And looking at things, it's Stanwood's first trip to the foul line.
Yeah.
Wow. 2:44 to go here in the quarter. 2:48. And that's her first trip to the line. Okay, taken away. At least he made one of those. There again going in. He's going to get 2 more shots. So they don't go for deep into the third quarter, all that way in, and then finally they get a couple of cracks at it. It's in the same guy. Foul is going to be called against Walker. That's his first foul. Team foul number 3. Team fouls are even at 3. And not a lot committed by Ferndale in that first half. They only had 2. Stanwood had 6. And Thayer makes the first one, so he's on a roll now. 38-36, they can cut it to 1 and do. Take him up to 9 points. John Floyd, the leading scorer for Stanwood, and overall in the game with 14. Ferndale in the front court. Look at that. Great pass over there. And just not enough spacing, but they're thinking in the right direction. We got a foul coming up. That's going to be a couple of shots. Foul is going to be on John Floyd, his second. 4th team foul. Heading to the foul line is Connor Walker. Walker has 9 points, and he's 1 for 1 from the foul line. Now in double figures. Ferndale, or rather Stanwood's going to sub in. Coming back in for Stanwood is Max Mayo. 5 points in the game, all in the second quarter. Next one coming up. Rattles and falls in. Take him to 11, and it's a 3-point lead for Ferndale as Stanwood gets right up there, but can't quite get on top at this point in time. A 3-pointer would tie it. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Up top, drives in. Yes! That is Max Mayo. Soft touch with the runner. Nice soft touch taking it in. Trap. And again, that's a great job by Guillory. There's a crash, and that is going to be an offensive foul. It will go against Damian Toney.
I think especially if you lower your shoulder.
Fourth team, second foul against him. And he's also been very much involved in the action, and to just have 2 fouls this late is impressive too, because when it's been pretty physical out there, but the refs have let them go about and play without letting things get out of control. That's the combination of refs we got out there. They have a very keen eye as to how this game is supposed to be played, and played to where you can not be blowing the whistle all the time. 1:35 to go, third quarter. Oh, he thought shot, dribbles, pulls up, misses on that one. And there again, pulling the rebound down is Damian Toney. Look at that. Oh, Guillory now has 6 points, 4 in the quarter. Great athleticism. Ferndale averages 60 points per game and averages giving up 59, so a 1 point difference in their favor. Stanwood averages 65 points per game. And there it is over on the far side. Owen Thayer coming through with his third three-pointer of the game. He has a total of 9 points in the quarter, 12 in the game. We're down to 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Underneath, it wasn't pretty as it fell in, but it did fall in, and it's a basket nonetheless for Connor Walker. And he's found inside with a great entry pass that time and has 6 points in the quarter, 13 in the game. Oh, looked like he left some luggage out there by the foul line. Oh, there's going to be a whistle.
What's going on there?
That's going to be a foul. No, there was not position set on the defensive end that time, and that's who's going to be called for the foul. That's going to go against Thayer, his third. And team foul number 5. Into the game, returning is Colton Bartram Scott, and going out will be Caden McLaughlin. Inbound pass, alley-oop, and it works to perfection. Damian Toney gets it done off the pass from Jason Guillory. Down to coming up 10 seconds here, third quarter. Shot clock is shut off as it's down to the court. There's a travel. That's a big mistake for Stanwood, because it's going to give Ferndale one more crack at extending their lead. It's 4 points right now, as you see, and tied right into the old Daktronics at 5.8 to go here in the third quarter. He's got a air ball, 46-42. So it stays a 4-point lead after three quarters. That's what it was at halftime. Ferndale scoring 14, Stanwood scoring 14. So this is where we're actually 16. Ferndale with a total of 16 in the quarter, and Stanwood with 16. And it stays a 4-point lead for Ferndale. We'll be back with more here on STSPN.com. Welcome back here. Let's get to the numbers. Third quarter shooting, Stanwood 5 for 10, 50%. Ferndale 7 for 13, 54%, including making the last 5 in a row in that quarter. And also another score passed along by Tom Shorecrest, 53, Everett 37. That's at the end of three quarters in one of the other games, in the loser-out game taking place. So it's looking good for Shorecrest. Shorecrest finishing second in Wesco during the regular season. That's out of bounds. Stanwood, by the way, playing the 2 games so far in the tournament and is averaging 63 points in scoring and giving up just 48.5. But that definitely is going to fall today because it's already 46 points for Ferndale. 5 team fouls for Stanwood, 4 for Ferndale, and Stanwood turns it over for the 9th time. In front court. Again, there's that guy, Jason Guillory. He's been the man throughout the game to get the job done. Just been inside, outside, assisting, doing whatever it takes. And definitely a big reason that Ferndale's on top. Here we go in front court, Owen Thayer. Oh, reach around. Now that's going to be on Guillory. Team foul number 5. And that is just his first foul. Again, playing very smart basketball out there. Inbound pass coming up. Didn't get word on it if he is going to be playing at the next level after this, but he definitely could play college basketball, at least at Division II, I would say, and maybe a program at Division I. And he's a smart player out there. Does so many things right for you. There is a missed shot, and Ferndale's going to come into front court now. Handling the basketball is Jason Guillory again. Working it around. Look at Ferndale again with the strong passing. That's going to be turnover number 8. That's been a lot of fun to watch as Ferndale, and Tom and I were talking about this at halftime, has done a really good job of working in the half-court offensive set and working the clock down to where that's why we haven't had a ton of shots in this game. They've been playing very smart in that way and working for the right shot. And they're up by 4, 46-42. Nobody scoring so far here, coming up on 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Underneath, oh, that's a tough miss. Had it gone in, it would have counted and been a chance for a three-point play. Instead, Colton Bartram Scott will go to the foul line, and he'll have 2 shots. That still works. It's going to be called against Damian Toney, his 3rd foul, 6th team foul. Bartram Scott making the basket, his first trip to the foul line. Owen Thayer is the only other player for Stanwood that's gone to the line. And that was all late in the third quarter. He's 3 for 4, so the second one is a miss. And as we creep further into this fourth quarter, those foul shots and shots in general become a real big factor for both teams, actually. Stanwood just a three-pointer away from tying this one up. Underneath, there it is. And a basket by Damian Toney off the great pass coming through by Luke Wells. And that is the thing about Ferndale that really stands out. These guys know where each other is on the court very well. Oh, how about that? Owen Thayer draining the big 3 ball. Stanwood's going to call timeout. 5:33 to go. 2-point game. This is a full timeout. And the score is 48-46. 2-point game. What a fun night of basketball. The first game earlier, Montlake Terrace winning 51-46. That wasn't decided until the end. And this one's going to go right down the wire. Fun times on STSPN.com, where we're 4K live.
Plumbing technicians and apprentices. Working together, learning together, masters of the craft, passing on their skills and knowledge for the trade.
I'm Gene Jr., and we are growing fast. As one of the senior techs, I really enjoy sharing and teaching, really because I'm selfish and it makes me feel good.
Getting paid to teach and learn valuable skills that can support your life, family, and dreams.
Hi, I'm Renee. I'm an apprentice, and I like to learn from all these different plumbers. I want to be a plumber to provide a good lifestyle for myself and for my future dreams.
Well, we're in a February frenzy here at Everett Community College, Walt Price Fitness Center. Past the Trojan there, and a drive-in, kick-out pass. Got his man in the air, got a piece of him. 3-point attempt. And underneath, coming through, Damian Toney. Toney with 4 in the quarter, 15 in the game. And it is a 4-point lead at 50-46. Very close to what the score of the first game ended up being, 51-46 Montlake Terrace. They say the Stanwood player got a hand on it that time. That would be John Floyd. And it's going to go to Ferndale. This is where Stanwood really has to be careful. They don't make mistakes like that. Nice screen. Wow. Short. And coming up with the rebound is Owen Thayer. What a game he's had offensively. Over on the far side, bingo. John Floyd also having a big game. He and Thayer are battling each other for who's going to have the most points at the end of this one. Floyd has 17, Thayer has 15. That has just been an incredible combination by those two guards, and they are young. Floyd is just a sophomore, and Thayer is a junior. They will be back. Underneath, there's got to be a foul in there. And that is going to send Damian Toney to the foul line with a couple of shots. He's already 3 for 4 in the game from the foul line. That foul is called on Max Mayo, his second. Team foul number 6. Each team now has 6 team fouls. Tony connects on the first one. Or no, he missed on the first one.
Missed.
Yeah, missed on the first one. Missed on the second one. And on the other direction, coming through with the basket, it is Ferndale connecting to make it a 2-point basket and a 3-point lead. Miss on the shot. On the other direction, Stanwood comes off the left side of the rim. And now here comes Ferndale trying to extend that lead, taking it in, and gliding to the basket is Jason Guillory. 5-point lead for Ferndale. Guillory coming through with 8 points in the game. And a kickball, no doubt about that. I think more than anything, it wasn't intentional, it was just instinctive. Sometimes your body reacts a certain way. Caden McLaughlin will come in and replace Colton Bartram Scott. Those two have rotated, also been out there at the same time a lot. Again, Bartram Scott 6'5", and McLaughlin is 6'7", both seniors. So they're going to lose them to graduation. Way out and too far. Rebound by Tony. Ferndale can take some time off the clock right here. It's down to less than 3:30 in the fourth quarter, and they've done this a lot. Just working the clock, working for the right shot, like trying there, and a good follow-up, kicking it outside. With the rock right now is Guillory. Drives it in and takes it and makes it. How about that? 10 points for him. He has 8 in the second half and doing an incredible amount of things all the way around on the court. Look at that move. That is Mac Hepper coming through. We got a timeout. That looks like a 30-second timeout called by Stanwood. 56-51 Ferndale, 2:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. And we'll keep it here for right now as just taking a look at what's going on. So Arlington lost in the first game of the semis tonight, 51-46 to Mount Lake Terrace. They will play at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Also, the loser of this game will play at 2:30 on Saturday. The winner from the first game, Mount Lake Terrace, will play at 6 o'clock on Saturday against the winner of this game, 6 o'clock. Tall Tom Lafferty and Joel Boyer will have the call on that one. Steve Willits will be there on the sidelines. Buddy Patrick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that is the team, the world's largest broadcast. Are you still billing yourself that?
No.
Not nearly largest broadcast team. But so that's coming up with the boys at 6 and then the girls championship for the district at 8, plus other games during the day. Here we go. 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter as Ferndale has the basketball. And it is Guillory. The thing about Guillory was he is totally unselfish when he's out there handling the point and distributing the ball. It literally gets in his hand and he moves it right to the next player. And that is going to be a basket for Damian Tony. Tony is really lighting it up. And one. Tony has 17 points. And the foul called against Stanwood, their 7th team foul. Bonus time. One shot coming up. They're sorting the foul out. I was waiting for that to see who it was.
McLaughlin.
And it's going to be a McLaughlin, yeah. Okay. 7-point lead for Ferndale. They're cresting at the right time. Now, the couple of the officials talking things over, that would be Rod Marr and Dave Zylstra.
I think in official school they teach you the cross arm, elbow, and then hand in front of your face.
Yeah.
See,
yeah, I do. You're right. Through the years,
they
think
always
about
talk,
how many times we see that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like when the catcher or the pitcher is talking to the catcher with the glove in front of his face.
Yeah, there is that.
It's just a look.
It's the look and trying to conceal what they're talking about, especially since they were close to the Ferndale bench. That foul's on Floyd, his 3rd. Again, team foul number 7. And that's another point for Tony. He's got 18. Just an incredible performance. 14 in the second half. That has been the formula for them. Both Guillory and Tony have been doing a tremendous job. There's a shot from way outside. Inside to go, getting it is McLaughlin, and he's got 2 points to add to his 3 earlier. Hit a 3-pointer earlier, big one for a big man. 59-53, it's a 6-point lead for Ferndale. Clicking down towards 2 minutes to go, and then there's that guy, Guillory. Just keep an eye on him, what he might do next. Cross-court pass. Oh! Guillory finds Luke Wells, who hits his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. He hit 2 in the first quarter, been silent since that time. It's a 9-point lead. Near foul that time. That was a 3-point attempt. Yeah. Stanwood getting a little frustrated down there. They're going to be called for the foul. That's going to be on Owen Thayer, his 4th. 18 foul. It'll be 1-on-1, 1-and-1. And heading to the foul line is Connor Walker. Walker is 3 for 3 from the line. He has 13 points, 7 in the first quarter, and then 6 in the second quarter. That's way off. So he only gets 1. But look who's underneath. There's Tony. Hands off. And making the shot attempt is Walker. He's going to go right back to the line, only this time he'll have 2 guaranteed shots. And a chance to put Stanwood back up in double figures. So that foul is going to be called against McLaughlin, his 3rd. And the first foul shot is good by Walker. Back into the lineup for Stanwood, Colton, Bartram, Scott. So again, the winner of this game plays at 6 o'clock against Mount Lake Terrace for the district championship to move forward. Both of them are going to move forward. And the next foul shot is good. We will name the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the game. 11-point lead, there it is. Nice hang time by John Floyd. He's now got 5 in the quarter, 10 in the half, 19 in the game. He's the leading scorer for the Stanwood Spartans. The leading scorer, Damian Toney, for the Ferndale Golden Eagles. Over to the far side, and that's going to be a timeout called by the head coach for the Ferndale Golden Eagles. I really would like to know who his wardrobe sponsor is down there. He's ready to go out. He is ready to go out and play right now. So we got a timeout on the floor. Let's keep it right here. And just say again, thank you very much to our plethora of sponsors. That would be the Washington Officials Association, U.S. Navy, United States Marine Corps, Monster Energy Drink, Airfield Espresso, where it is just part of that wonderful Harvey Airfield complex down there with another great place that's good to hang out too, right next to the Airfield Espresso. Fred's Rivertown Ale House on 1st Street in Snohomish. We also want to thank Heather Harvey and the gang at Airfield Espresso, Jeff Matson from the Washington Officials Association, McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, Brad and Bob McDaniel, Adrenaline Fundraising, and here we go. GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric, Gene Johnson Plumbing and Heating, and American Family Insurance, Sally Petty Agency, but not member FDIC. All right, here we go. Guillory driving in, swatted out of there. There's going to be a foul. 1:01 to go, 4th quarter. And Ferndale's got a multi-possession lead in this one, and it's looking very good for them. Colton Bartram Scott called for the foul, 19th foul. Heading to the foul line will be Jason Guillory, 10 points, and this is his 2nd trip to the foul line. Had a chance on a 3-point play earlier. Missed on that. Now here we go. And another basket. He connects on that one, so 11 points overall, 5 in the quarter. 1 minute to go, 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Stanwood with the basketball, working it around the perimeter. Over on the far side, or near side to us, that is John Floyd. 3-point jumper is going to be perfect by Caden McLaughlin. That's his 2nd 3-ball of the game. He'll step and deliver those from time to time. And it's 65-58, 42.5 to go, 4th quarter. Let's take a timeout. This is STSPN.com. Unleash the Beast. That's us here as we broadcast the game. We're on STSPN.com. Guillory is going to be fouled. And that is team foul number 10, so he's going to get 2 shots. Stanwood down by 7, 65-58, still not over. The foul is going to be called against Max Mayo. And going to the foul line will be Guillory. Makes that one. He's made a couple in a row now. 6 in the quarter, 12 in the game. In for Stanwood will be Owen Thayer. They're trying to get this all figured out who's coming out. It's going to be Bartram Scott. Max Mayo thought it was going to be him at first. And it's coming off the rim. Stanwood gets the rebound. Here we go, the other direction. Under 40 seconds now. They got to really get one up quick. Oh, no. That's a backbreaker right there. 8-point lead, 3-possession game, and Ferndale gets the ball on the steal. That's a great play. And Stanwood maybe being a little too tight on that, and a foul is going to be called against Mac Hepper, his second foul. And again, 2 shots going to the other direction is Jason Guillory. And here we go. So he's got one. Takes his point total up. Going to spend a little time at the line, just kind of fully adding to all the different things he has done. 68-58, there's a pull-up jumper, bingo. That works out for Max Mayo, his second 3-pointer of the game, but at this point, this is going to be Ferndale's victory. 18.2 seconds left. Don't want to speak too soon, but that's a 3-possession game in a short period of time. Very short period of time. But Stanwood's going to fight hard to the end. Basically, all they got, there you go. Oh. Timeout? Or what
technical foul.
No, technical foul over on the bench. That's the last time you want to get called for a technical, because Stanwood was very close to stealing that ball. Now the officials are going to talk things over. Rod Marr now going with
I think he got in the way. He got in the way of the administration of the inbounds.
Yep.
Coach was standing right there.
Yep. I think
you got to get out of there.
You got to get out of there and stay in your box, or get out of the way, period. Even if it's right in front of you. That's just something. And, of course, he doesn't feel good, or whoever did that doesn't feel good, obviously, at this point in time. So that's going to be called on the bench. I think I heard him say assistant coach. But either way, it's on the bench. And the foul shot is good. Luke Wells going to really trying to ice this one up, and there you go. So that is a full 3-possession lead. 17.7 to go in the fourth quarter, and inbound coming up. Schlichting about to inbound. The multi-talented Mark Schlichting. That's going to be a foul against Stanwood. And just battling to do something to get the ball back. The foul is against Hepper, his third. 2 shots on the way for Damian Toney.
This will be the 16th and 17th foul shot in this quarter.
Isn't that amazing? They've just been stacking them up. You got Guillory, who's got, 5 of them, and then Luke Wells has been at the line a couple of times. Toney connected on another one.
Ferndale can just have their mail forwarded to the foul line.
That's exactly right.
98201.
With a finish there by McLaughlin. And timeout has been called. Again, coming up on Saturday, we'll have a total of 4 or 6 games, and then the 2 games for the 4A District Championship. AMP will have that on Friday, and then a mixture with during the day, another announcers in there, and then also Tom will be with Joel Boyer and Steve Willits and Buddy Patrick at 6 and 8 for the boys 3A championship, and the girls 3A championship will be at 8 o'clock. And so we got plenty for you to look forward to.
AMP will be in there.
Yeah. And so, and AMP works over at KRKO with you, right?
He does.
Is he in sales there?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So American Family Insurance, Sally Petty Agency in Monroe, Sally's team, always there to serve. They understand how important it is to be there for you, your trusted friends and neighbors. Together, they're building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. That's out there at 19191 State Route 2 in Monroe. Contact them at 360-794-5404. Thank you, Sally. All right, here we go. Ferndale trying to inbound, up by 8 points. And there's going to be a foul against Stanwood. Again, double bonus, and at this point, they're just trying to stay alive as much as they can. That foul is going to be against John Floyd, his fourth. Owen Thayer also has 4.
Now, Tom, what is the most points you've seen scored using this tactic with 10 seconds left?
Well, this is getting right up there.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, you just have to flip the card and say, yeah, we're done. We'll see on Saturday.
Yeah. You know that, and the point basket on the foul shot is good by Connor Walker. You know, we always talk about how these athletes just push it hard, want to give their best right to the end, but at some point, you got to pull it back and
live to play another day.
Yeah, we know they're hard workers, so that's going to be a miss, and it's going to be a victory. Coming up, that basket should count. 72-65 is the final score as the Ferndale Golden Eagles from Northwest 3A come in as the number 7 seed, RPI of 28, against the number 3 seed Stanwood Spartans. They have an RPI of 18, so this is a big victory for Ferndale, and that's something they can play out as they've punched their ticket to state, and that plays out as far as they would move up in RPI, I'm sure, and so a nice victory for them. Again, 72-65 the final score. They will play at 6 o'clock on Saturday against Mount Lake Terrace. Mount Lake Terrace and Ferndale, 6 o'clock on Saturday, boys 3A district final. And then the girls' final will be at 8 o'clock right after that. Do we have that lined up? Is it Stanwood in the girl, or they've determined the girls' final? That's going on right now. So we really thank everybody for being involved in our broadcast here. I do want to mention, I think I'm going to go with co-players of the game for the Adrenaline fundraising. It's got to be Jason Guillory, who just was really one of the all-round best players I've seen this year in broadcasting games. He did a little bit of everything out there. Handled the point guard position, tremendous passing to set up shots, inside scoring, you name it. Damian Toney, also co-player of the game. Just a fantastic performance by him as he had 23 points. So we take a look at the shooting percentage. Stanwood 19 for 42, 45%. That is at the end of the game. And Ferndale 17 for 28, 60%. And Tom, you and I were talking about this earlier, the fact that Ferndale only 28 shots.
Yeah.
And look how efficient.
Oh.
Because they just kept working that clock down. That is a very polished team.
19 foul shots in the fourth quarter.
For Ferndale.
For Ferndale, yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. So when you put that all together, Ferndale, again, they're 12-10. But now is when they're playing very well, and that's when you want to play well as you approach. And now they're going to state. They will be at the Woodshed here in a couple of weeks, and we will be there as well. So thanks, everybody, for your involvement in the broadcast. Sarah Elvig, Todd Elvig, Tall Tom Lafferty, who you'll see on Saturday night. And again, Mark Hockett saying the two final scores, Mount Lake Terrace 51 and Arlington 46 in Game 1. Ferndale 72, Stanwood 65 in Game 2. And winning is for tonight, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. Keep it tuned to STSPN.com. Thanks a lot.
Listen, you'll have